one of my siblings, my sister, actually was born in the States, and she's a New Yorker, and she's actually one of the people that we see on the interviews for the project. And when I talk to her, she speaks perfect Spanish and perfect English, and she feels at home both as a Puerto Rican and as a New Yorker, and is such a to me is such a amazing example of what a sort of dual identity could be. Because she feels tied to both things, but at the same time, she has her own personality that has been kind of built through this. And that was kind of like the initial kind of seed for what this is. The idea of this project is a project that's pretty much kind of in development, but it's this idea of what does it really mean? What does it mean to be from somewhere or to represent a country?
Right.
In this case, it can mean many different things.
Yeah, great. Well, I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about the music and how it came together.
Well, the music sort of developed. I wrote all the music first for quartet, and we have been playing it for a couple of years already. Sort of, kind of, delving into the charts, and it's a lot of material for the drums and a lot of materials for the piano and a lot of things that they have to do to kind of make the music work, right? So, like as a basic example, you have a 3 and a 4, happening in the same space. Sometimes together, sometimes the 3 takes over and it goes to that side, and sometimes the 4 takes over and it goes to that side. And we did it in a few different ways: 3 and 4, 5 and 4, and then 5 and 6. So we did it in a few different ways through the chart. And the idea of doing this, again, it's something that I like doing, just as a general rule, but also it was to kind of represent this two identities, if you will, kind of being in the same place within the same person, coexisting with each other, but also sometimes taking over depending on the situation. Because something that I found by doing these interviews and talking to all these people, and it's actually where the title of the piece come from, is a quote from one of the subjects, interview subjects, and he talks about identities being changeable and really being being able to mutate and change through time, even within one person. And this is something that I was trying to do with this idea of the meters and some of the rhythmic ideas and the compositions, and that's where that kind of tied together. Something I'm really interested on is this idea of different rhythmic dimensions and different ways to feel one same pattern by organizing where the beat is in a different place, right? And this is something that we were talking about before. And interestingly enough, a lot of the ideas that I wrote for some of these pieces, I developed here at the school, working with some of the students. And actually, this idea of the 5 against 7, I was working with a drummer, one of the students that I worked with a couple years ago, Patrick. We were kind of organizing and playing it in different tempos, and he was playing the drums, I was basically singing the part, so he was doing the hard work. But yeah, that kind of came out of that, and as we started playing it, we started feeling more comfortable, and we were able to kind of like jump from one dimension to the other and kind of feeling both at the same time. It's a process.